Buenas Sabbath. Could you all let's stand for a word of prayer? Eternal righteous Father, we truly thank you, Lord, yet for another blessed Sabbath day. And now, Lord, as we come together once again to continue upon this study here in the light of where you have led the Adventist movement in existence and where we are at Earth's history, Lord. Help us to understand rightfully the principle and what is your direct will that you have granted to the Adventist movement upon the earth. As we investigate these things, the Lord, help us to know rightfully what is and what is not. So as we contemplate upon these things, O Lord, we ask for your Spirit to guide our mind and to refresh our understanding as we look back into a little into history and even to the near future here as we contemplate the end of this work. So help us and bless us and guide us to the end. With my prayer to Christ, O Lord, I pray. Amen. Everybody, we just recap on what we were studying last week. Everybody were aware of the topic last week, right? Everybody were aware of the topic last week? We speak in the light of the hope of the wicked, right? So I'll try to wrap it up this evening here based upon time. I'll see how much I can get through with this. We will look at a little into the historical development of Adventism. We are looking into some of the pioneering works, and we will also look at the departure from some of these principles and some of the pillars of the faith that God has given unto the church. And we will even look at the direction where the general body of Adventism is heading now, brethren. So we will know rightfully where we are in church history, right, brethren? one of his sister's son came knocking at the door and told him that they calling him down the road to present a sermon. And that was the sign that he received. Right? So from that period there, we will be looking at when William Miller entered upon the scene preaching and so on. William Miller was going around literally preaching in churches and so on, where he was being invited, but that was more like in country areas, backward countrysides and villages and so on. Until he literally met a man by the name of Joshua V. Hines. And that was the guy who literally introduced William Miller to walk the city's burial. And you find that in the early period of Adventism, when these people were coming out from these various churches, we had like, anybody want to name some of the churches that they came from? We had the Methodists. Ellen G. White came from Methodist, right? William Miller was from the Baptist. And then they had like Joshua Hines and these other guys, they came from the Congregational Church, right? They had a church that was known as the Congregationalists, right? And then they had the Baptist, they had the Presbyterian, and other reform movements, right? So what we were looking at last week here is like, we were looking actually at when the organization was incorporated. And anybody can remember the date that the organization was, when I say incorporated, when they registered the name of the church? Anybody want to give the year that we looked at last week? 1863, right? So we keep this date in mind, right, buddy? 1863, right? That is when the General Conference literally became incorporated. But what happened is, we were looking at when they came up with the concept of the several litigation and filing lawsuits against independent brethren and so on. That literally began around the year 1980 to 1986. What was transpiring here, brethren? What the organization did, the organization literally went and trademarked the name. Trademarked the name, right? And what they appeal to is something, if you look up in history, you look up in the computer and so on, they have something known as the Lanham Act. The Lanham Act was set up by the United States government around 1946 over there to really protect businesses. You know, like Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, and all those type of businesses, but the Lanham Act was literally set up to protect businesses. And here we have this conference appeal to the Lanham Act to protect their trademark. So from around 1980-86, that's when they literally gained the trademark. They gained the patent over their trademarks and so on. Like the very word Seventh-day Adventist and the acronym SDA, that is where around this period here. So from around that period here, they start to come out with the lawsuit and so on and going at independent churches and so on from 1980s here, right, buddy? Yeah.
This is the latest Adventist quarterly.
Right.
Alright? You have it here?
Look.
Latest Adventist quarterly. I'm reading below here. Okay? Here is what it tells us. It says this. Seventh-day Adventist. Adventist. And the flame logo are registered trademarks of the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists and may not be used without prior authorization from the General Conference. So notice in the latest quarterly, they now start to put it in, telling people that the name Seventh-day Adventist and Adventist, which come before them, is incorporated trademarks. But as I often say, for us Seventh-day Adventists is not trademark, but fake mark.
You see, when they came out with this concept here from around the 18th, they already had the SDA reform movement in existence, they trademark their name, they patent their name, right? The 1970 Army Reform Movement. Everybody heard of the Reform Movement? And apart from the Reform Movement, they also had one, the Shepherd Rod, Shepherd Adventist. They incorporated the name around 1929. So this trademark here at the organization, the General Conference took up this date here. It had preceding those times, they literally had bodies that were literally using the name of anybody. And what we were looking at last week is, before the year 1863, we had a lot of the people that came together that came out from the Millerite movement. When Millerite were literally preaching, brother, Ellen G. White was like 16, 17 years. Ellen G. White received the message through William Miller. But the thing is, look at this here, look what we'll be looking at here, right? When we look at Bible history, right? Remember, when you study the book of Kings and you study the book of Chronicles, right? The history of Judah, the history of Israel, right? You'll see something like this. What we looking at here, brother? You know what we're looking at here? With the history of Israel and the history of Judah, at that point in time where certain kings were literally abiding and walking with God. But the fall, remember many times the scripture show, and the king did evil in the second day? You understand? So that was the downfall. So it was a constant up and down operation in history, right? So what we'll be looking at now, when William Miller came upon the scene, William Miller wasn't, all his position wasn't intact. So you find William Miller was met by a guy by the name of Charles Fitch. Anybody ever heard of Charles Fitch? They say Charles Fitch was the man who was behind them charts and them. You know the charts with Daniel and Revelation? In Daniel chapter 2, Charles Fitch was the man behind that. And Charles Fitch, when he came and he met William Miller, he kind of rectified the dating period on the chart there. Where he came up with the concept of the chart and so on. Yeah. He set up the first chart and he got it print. And they had like hundreds in circulation. Because when William Miller came upon the scene, he was being invited in various churches, and the churches and them accepted the message, and the churches and them were preaching the message also already. So various pastors, ministers and so on took up the message and they were moving with the message. So that is literally what took place coming around from 1839 all the way to 1844, right, ready? You will have that clear, right? But I just want to, this book here, right? The name of this book here is Adventist History, over 100 key events which have made our church what it is today. I'll just touch on a few points where how Miller was literally interpreting things not directly, the way it was straightened out, right? But after a while, what will arrive at, brother? Ellen G. White. Anybody know when Ellen G. White died?
1915.
Right, 1915. She came up on the scene when she was born? 1827. Right? So we'll keep this date here in mind, right? right? When the General Conference was incorporated from 1863, from around that period here, they had James White, that was Ellen G. White's husband, right? Then it had all these other pioneers that came together to move with the work, right? So from around here onward, that's where Adventism was blossoming, brother. All the corrections were made. For instance, let me just quote this one here, one William Miller position where he held here too, right? They were William Miller here too, right? Under this topic, it says, this is Charles Fitz's chart was a distinct improvement over all previous diagrams and charts, right? One. Here was William Miller position on the 3 horns that were plucked up. Remember Daniel chapter 7? The little horn forward that was plucked up. Three other horns here, right? Here was William Miller held to, right? The 3 horns plucked up became the Ostrogoth, the Vandals, and the Huruli, right? We have that today, right? Miller had Lombardy, Rome, and Ravenna. So you see, what were working with William Miller, but yet again, certain things had to be placed in line, and that way, the way was being paved for Ellen G. White to come up on the scene today. Right? So what we will be looking at is, when we discover all these things taking place in the general organization, this is where we come in line with it. Understand what happening here? So it's showing here another point here, right? The other point that was corrected is the 10 kingdoms include the feet, not just the toes. So he was holding to the concept of just the toes in the image, in Daniel chapter 2, but it included the feet also, the feet of iron, right? And the other point, the great horn of Daniel 8 is Rome, both pagan and papal. A few of his lectures had something different to that, right? So this is some of the little, I will say, minor discrepancies that William Miller had a lot, right? Remember, God was working upon these men and them and to bring them upon present truth, right? Because remember, you all know about, everybody ever hear about Desmond Ford? Remember Desmond Ford rise up against the sanctuary doctrine and other pillars of the faith, and the organization had that man still going around various conferences that's on preaching. So you see, when we begin to look at some of these principles here, we'll be arriving at the same thing here. So when Ellen G. White passed out from the scene, brethren, the whole organization take a spiral dive downward. And most of the men that were being elected in position in the conference, they had no connection with them. So that is why these things were able to pass from through the door, right? Another position here is the 1260 years of the little horn date from Justinian elevation of Roman bishop. Justinian, we all familiar with Justinian, right? Not from the uprooting of the third opposing horn, the Ostrogoths, right? Remember, after the uprooting of the Ostrogoths, with Justinian was supporting and aiding the Bishop of Rome there, and then we had the papacy rising around what date, brethren? 538 ACB, right? And then it went on. The first piece of Revelation 30 is papal Rome, not pagan Rome, as earlier chapter, including Miller's, and a few little things he went on to show here, right? But I just want to touch a few things here from Ellen White period, right? Let's see what happened here, right? You all familiar with the concept of the 25-20 year period? What are they talking about? The prophecy. You remember some Adventists holding to that? They show that William Miller wasn't holding to that. Right? Ellen G. White in the book Great Controversy, she gave like 6 pages in the book of Great Controversy. She spoke about Joseph Wolf. You all familiar with Joseph Wolf? Right. Joseph Wolf, around that period in the 1840s, he was literally going around preaching the second coming of Christ. Right? And he literally made his appearance, I think it was in Pennsylvania, in the legislative hall there, right? And they gave him the opening to preach to the politicians and them there, right? But here what it say here, the origin of the 25-20 time span theory is very interesting. It clearly did not originate with William Miller. Just imagine that. You know who brought that concept of the 25-20 year prophecy again? A woman brought that. a woman by the name of Harriet Livermore. She brought that concept. She went about preaching the second coming of Christ. And they started off that chart, they're trying to say from Leviticus 26. You know the curses when they talk about the 7 curses? That was to come upon Israel, Leviticus 26. And they also tried to show that the origin dating period for that period, 2520, also began from the captivity of Manasseh, King Manasseh, right? So, you're missing the mark here, right? Well, we hold to the concept of 457 BCB, right? When we started the 2300 year prophecy, right? Okay. Okay, I just wanna I will get some high points here. I won't go into full detail based upon time, right? Yeah.
Let's say something on Sister White as it relates to the disappointment and so on. Was she a part of it? Some people say, well, she was involved in the whole thing. Say something like that.
Right. Well, remember when Sister White heard the message, when the 1843-44 message came in full fruition there, right? Sister White heard the message. She accepted the message, and she also went through the experience of the disappointment. What some of the brethren and them were doing based upon their concept, some of them were like, they give up everything, and they were literally looking at October 22nd, 1844, and they were literally prepared, you know, they were changing clothes, they were prepared, they were waiting for Christ. Right? But that was based upon William Miller misconception thinking that the earth was the heavenly sanctuary.
Was she a part of that?
No, she was not part of the proclaiming message, but she accepted the message and she came in right in time when real discouragement came on the believers. They had they had about 75,000 believers that came out from all those churches that accepted the 1844 message. But what happened? When the great disappointment came, it simmered down, brethren, it simmered down. And that was the period of time when Ellen G. White came upon the scene there, and she was impacted with the great disappointment, and then she began to receive the visions and so on. But the vision when she began to receive, everything was like, God was literally correcting some of these errors. God gave, you all heard about a guy by the name of Hiram Edison? Remember he came with the concept of the sanctuary message and the Sabbath knowledge, right? They had men like Joseph Bates, and all these men, Steve Haskell, all Byington, all these men, Spicer, and all these, they were like early pioneers in the work here, right, brother? So it was showing that Ellen G. White received message to correct certain doctrinal position, brother. And look at this, right? You know, today a lot of people are trying to ridicule Ellen G. White. And they try to view us as a cult, believing that she is a prophet. But what the scriptures say? Remember the scriptures show that God will put apostles, prophets, and preachers and all these things in the church to the perfecting of the ministry, to the way down to the end period. So do we believe that the roles of the prophet and the apostles and so did all that go obsolete by them? Huh? So how come a man can be a prophet in this hour? Because remember they hold to the concept of taking the book as seal, right? God can walk again. But the evangelical, they read in Daniel, they read in Revelation, but what they are arriving at? But how God walked to bring all these prophecies to the forefront with Adventism. Understand? So we'll just look at a few things here. So the passing of Ellen G. White, right? I'll just quote a few of the name of the topics, right? When Ellen G. White passed away, In 1915, brethren, look at this. In 1919, they began to pressure the colleges, Adventist colleges, to become accredited by the state. Right? And in order for these people to become accredited, they go into secular places to take the examination there and so on, right? They go into like Protestant that do not respect the law of God and so on. They do not acknowledge the Sabbath and so on. So from 1919 to see how fast it is when Ellen G. White went out from the scene, from 1950 to 1919 they start off. So they were being pressured to become accredited. Then they had accredited crisis deep in the 1920s. I just quoted some of the topic, I won't go in depth with it, right? I'm showing from around 1935, 1942, showing that all the colleges determined to achieve accredited, to become accredited, right? They were seeking that. And it went on. You know how far they went on, Frederick? They went on and showed that in order for you to become a minister in gospel, they went so far to show that they had a PhD. Can you imagine that? I wonder what kind of PhD Jeremiah had. Daniel, Isaiah. Understand? So that's to show you the wisdom of the world and foolishness of God, brother. Because the wisdom of the world, they're not seeking after God. So remember, who is the author of wisdom, brother? The scripture shows the fear of the Lord is wisdom. And it also went on to show that the depart from evil is understanding. So if you don't have one, if somebody fighting up with that and they have a struggle, you know what the scripture show? The depart from the evil is the understanding. So that's why some of these men in the organization, they're not really spiritual men. You understand? And how do we interpret Revelation chapter 3, brother? Who is the Church of Philadelphia? Church of Philadelphia. Let's look at that in Revelation chapter 3 here, right? Revelation chapter 3, and we're looking at from verse 7, right? Everybody found it? Yes. I'm reading from verse 7, right? And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write these things, say, he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth. You know what I'm talking about there, buddy? What period are we looking at here? Remember Christ in 1844, Christ did. Christ leave one of the apartment and went into the second apartment, right? So this is what the period is showing here. So this was around the period of the Millerite movement, right? The Church of Philadelphia, right? Let's continue here, right? Verse 8. I know thy works, behold, I have set before thee an open, and no man can shut it. That's why Adventists, the direct the concentration in the heavenly statue, God has left the door open, and no man could shut that. Understand? And it went on. For thou hast a little strength and hast kept my word and hast not denied my name. Remember the pressure that came upon the little remnant that when the big apostasy came in existence, the little remnant that held on to the truth, they did not give up, right? And it went on, verse 9, verse 10. But look at verse 12, right? Look at verse 12. And this is the message to the Church of Philadelphia, right? From the 1840s, right? Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from God. And I will write upon him my new name. Right? Look at, let's go back into verse 10 now. Look at verse 10, right? Everybody with me here, right? Verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon what? Upon the world. Did that come? Did that hour come upon the world, brethren? It come in, right? So we identify as what? So this movement is identified as the Philadelphia movement, right, brethren? Because if you look next door and you look at the Laodicean state now from verse 14, right? Laodicea, right? Look at from verse 15. I know thy works that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So what's saying? You ain't hot and you ain't cold. I ain't want a position. If you either take cold and you go in the world, or you take hot and you move in with God. But they are a neutral, lukewarm condition. You have to begin lukewarm water, brother. Lukewarm water is that disgusting water to drink, right? So God says you spew it out of your mouth, right? You don't want that. You know what that is? Right? And who is Laodicea, brethren? Remember, Ellen G. White in early writing identified nominal Adventists. Nominal Adventists. She also showed that the Lord Christ message, when it go forth, a lot of people will be also running into the hills, and they will be stopping the track. The place will be falling on them. So she identified the nominal Adventists that were not sanctified and settled into the truth, and projecting or purporting sin-freeness. You understand? That is why question on doctrine. And when they came up with the 7 fundamental beliefs, that booklet, right? The way they present Christ's nature, the way they present what is justification, brethren. So you see, like, this is the falling down of them and everything. And I'll go on here to highlight a few other points here with this organization, right? They went here, right? 1946, 1949, the incorrect nature of Christ changed in Bible reading. Alright? 1947 to 1977, Desmond Ford and his Australia-New Zealand takeover. Right? And you know that test? You know that test for us, right? The question will just come upon people and you don't prove it out here. When you say, you never. Understand? Remember what the scripture showing Hebrews chapter 11? How we understand how the condition of the world was in the time of Noah. How we understand that. Remember in Hebrews, show through faith we understand these things. So that period in Earth's history, they have no actual evidence to prove anything, but we just have to hold to the word of God to prove and to establish the facts. So you see, just as when the sanctuary message will be brought under scrutiny now, we have to hold to the word of God. But we still have back up in the book of Hebrews. Hebrews speak about the heavenly sanctuary, type, eating antitype and so on. So you see, God did not leave the church. He did not leave the church in a guesswork. He did not leave the church to be speculating. God was literally leading the Advent movement, brethren. This is why we have this church existing today. Because to tell you the truth, I don't really see nothing. You see what Pastor this morning like this type of thing? I don't see nothing like this nowhere anymore. When you go in them churches outside there again, they read the Bible like the Bible is some kind of fiction. You understand? And the way how they interpreting Bible and so on. And just imagine, when I walk in an Adventist church at time on a Wednesday night, I was in Manhattan on 86th Street, right? Right between Lexington and 2nd Avenue. Big sign, prophecy seminar, Wednesday night classes, right? I just walk in, I know nobody. I know nobody in that church. I walk in the church and I sit down. I see the man on the table, pile up all the books. And most of the books are Ellen G. White books too, right? On the prophecies, Daniel and Revelation, right? So going along, the next night, the third night, a woman shoot a question. And the question was like, do we really start from Babylon? Or was there any other holy empire before Babylon period? Nobody is saying nothing, right? So I just put up my hand to make a suggestion, right, or a comment. So I tell them, when we look at ancient world and Bible history, we do not really start at Babylon. It goes back. It goes back to Assyria, and it even goes back to Egypt, right? So the woman said, this is what I want to hear. She said, this is what I want to hear. So it start up now. The class take up now. So people asking questions and everybody turn around. They say they were asking about it. Right? And nobody you know me, I know nobody, right? You know that a certain night, I tell the pastor, I say, pastor, you see what I'm okay on that table there? That way, purposely not. I will have a commission soon. I have been one of the book home. They're not in my life, right? Pastor, watching the show. I say, I went down right on 41st Street by Bryant Park there in an Adventist bookstore. I went down there and right there by some of these books. You know one of the guys from the church did? This guy went down in the Adventist bookstore to find out if I really come here to buy books. So see that? Because what? You don't see Adventists in the Adventist organization, they're ponytail and things. Understand what I'm saying? They have this kind of, this Pope Russian thing here. They're neat and nice and look like a Pope, right? Right. So you see, that's what I showed. The man literally went down, and you know what the man come back? The man had the audacity to tell me, yeah, brother, you know you're right. The man come back and say, you know you're right, you really went there. What are you going to prove him? You understand? The woman in the store, you know what the woman tell him? She said, yeah, for that ponytail, that man has always come in here. So they kind of know me. You understand? So, and like now, the class.
What up to know there and say the question about Egypt and how we going back in the
No, I just give a little skim there to show them where they had to go in church history.
Yeah, but they go there.
They did not go there,
Yeah, they want to know the way you stop. That is stupidness.
Yeah. And here what the pastor say, right? Here what the pastor say, right? The pastor say, well, you know, we set up this class here, but the class wasn't really set up to go in depth in Bible study. So I say, pastor, I don't agree with that, you know. I say what? I do so. I say, you see the Bible? The Bible is a magnet. We need the pin. When you read in the Bible, you open the Bible and a pin. Magnet is pulling and attracting. And if you read in the Bible and it doesn't affect it, I say what? Whoever in this class, if you read in the Bible and not become affected, go read your Bible. Go away from your Bible, you're reading the wrong book.
What was the intention of doing a whole stack of books like that? You're not doing that?
We just want to palm off you have a PhD or something. From the angle there. I didn't put up should have walking a man coat in the back behind. Say, yeah, never that come. Come up in front. So they walk in, you step up Christ, right? Remember they say, little Galilean, right? You know, like, they always see Christ have one garment, only time for weeks on it. They say, Gama there, right? Like that. So that's to show you how people might have become last week mangled and tangled with all this kind of vanity and foolishness, right? So it went on here, they would say, right? Remember in 1954-56 what took place with Walter Martin? That it showed the evangelical conference bring evangelical errors. The church started to go keep spiraling like this. It's like this, right? And you know, you literally have a book named The Upward Look or The Upward Look. Ellen G. White in early writing show looking for the Advent church, the Advent message, and way up to see a little company. You understand? But look what's going on in the organization. Instead of the organization going upward, they're going downward, brother. They're going downward, and they only propping. They were doing that organization, right? You see how this sister came here? This is her second appearance here, right? You know this sister going the organization up in America, probably down here too, her second appearance. You know they want to get you a post in the church? Are you already operating? Because remember I told you all the church life visitors up in Richmond Hill in Queens? You all wouldn't even want to know what they was offering me. I was conducting a prophecy class on Sabbath afternoon with them. They appointed me as an elder with them. Then they put me in charge of the AY, the youth department. They put me in charge of evangelistic outreach program. They gave me about 7 positions in church. Right? So at Sabbath I go downstairs when they had the board meeting, right? Pastor, everybody. I say, I want to ask a question here, right? You see there? I say, yeah, what will? You being practical here, right? All this position are looking at me here, right? And I have a salary coming behind that. You only offer me a check with this. Because I say with the goodness of my heart, if I start to focus on these positions to give me all, right? Hey, pastor. Well, you know the church have like financial problem and so on. And here was the one through that he spoke, right? The NNEA financial report for the church, a big PowerPoint screen. $79,000 to $80,000, right? They just take that money and they sell it general conference, right? The question was, did you have anybody from general conference that's come down in this church here? A man say, in this church 27 years, he never seen nobody come down. So I say, so all they put in getting back, all they put in money, all they know if that money reaching where you're going, $80,000. And then the pastor will say, well, we budgeted to handle rent and to see about maintenance and all that thing, we really can't pay nobody. So I say, I know what we are, all I want me to build all the church, all I want me to build the organization. I write them out and I say, God lead me in the next direction. And they wanted to be moved with them. So Christian courtesy, I know I ended with them. A few, you know, folks go along here, but I go on my head and you know, I
have a question to answer.
Yeah.
We're dealing with the Adventist organization.
Right.
I'm going to call the statement first and then I'll ask the question, right?
Right.
Last week, Brother Nairn called this question, this quotation. It says here, God will work with us and for us if the sins brought, if the sins which brought his wrath upon the whole world, upon Sodom and Gomorrah, and upon ancient Jerusalem, do not become our crime. So she mentioned 3 categories.
Right.
The old world, sins of the old world,
Right.
sins of Sodom and Gomorrah, and sins of ancient Jerusalem. Right? She said if those sins become our crime, God will not work with us and for us.
Right.
My question is, at what time? Because Christ said he's going to spew them out of his mouth.
Right.
I am asking the question. And by that I will gather Jesus' voice, the Bible tells us, is as many waters.
Right. Yeah.
But if he's spewing out somebody out of his mouth, for me, it means he's not using them anymore.
Exactly so.
They are not being used by God to give any message to anybody. So I will ask at what time spewing out to take place, or if it had take place already or what. Probably by a minute could give us a little something on it. You know?
Yes, brother Lee. The spewing out of Laodicea will take place when they adopt Sunday while they have the Sabbath. So how it will be, they will have the 7th-day Sabbath and they will compromise with Sunday. So they will say they are still Sunday Adventists, but they're just compromising to preach to people. When they do that, that's when they are spewed out. That's why when we refuse to do it now, they will attack us as the most bitterest enemy and say all kind of, as Mrs. White says, wild insinuations against the state to come against us. So when they accept the Sunday law, while they keep the Sabbath, that's when that happens.
You see right now, God has a lot of people out there still in that church, brethren. But you remember the time when Christ told the apostles, the disciples, and they remember he told them, I have many things to say, but they can't bear them now. That's why some of these people not here with us, they cannot bear it now. Some people are loyalists to this organization, you know, brethren. Some people thinking they're being affiliated with the organization that can never know. And all this lawsuit and thing, you know what you will think behind that? Your name is not in the church book there. You cannot call yourself a Seventh-day Adventist. That's the high point in it. That's what it's aiming at. So you see, when God gave Ellen G. White the understanding of the faith, and she proclaimed and showed, we take the name Seventh-day Adventist as an honor from God. You remember in Antioch, they were first known as Christians, and they were highly, they were so a royalty. So God has been looking down to the ages, and God has seen it fit to give the name Seventh-day Adventist. Remember, Seventh-day Adventist bears a message, Sabbath knowledge, second coming of Christ. So if you keep the Sabbath, and you look towards the second coming of Christ, you automatically become an Adventist. So what? By faith, yes. So you see, all this thing with these men and them operating and so like politics and everything. Like politics, and remember they're using the state. They're using the state to do what they're brethren, right? So I just want to make this quote here, see what I say here, right? Let's go into the book of Exodus here, right, buddy? Exodus, Genesis, Exodus. Looking at Exodus chapter 20 here, right? Exodus chapter 20, verse 16. No, verse 15. First one is verse 15, right? What verse 15 showing in Exodus chapter 20, buddy? Thou shalt not steal, right? But here what the organization do, brethren? Any organization that professes of holy law of God? And they want to identify themselves as Adventists. They were saying here, watch. The commandment show thou shalt not steal, but they are trying to take away the name belonging to individual believers by declaring that they alone own it. They're stealing it from people doing. And if you're using litigation and you're using the government, what are you doing here? Understand? What the scripture show? Remember the scripture talk about going, it talk about going, let's look at this in 1 Corinthians. We're going back in Exodus, keep your hand in Exodus, right? 1 Corinthians, right? First Corinthians chapter 6. And we read it from the tree, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 6 from verse 1 to 2. Everybody? Everybody found it? Let's hear what it says here, right? It said, "Here any of you having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints. Do we not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?" What compelling and leading these men to take the brethren to the court, brethren? What compelling men to do that? A name? Like past hypocrisy. Like that past Babylon. Because remember, the papacy one instance who identified Babylon with her daughters. Remember last week we touched what the papacy did in the Dark Ages? The papacy literally used the state to carry out the dogmas and her teachings, right? And she brought persecution upon churches. Remember the 1260-year period? The great persecution that came upon the church was because of the papacy, and the papacy were using the state. So you see, this is what the organization is doing, and they're doing it. This is wrong. You know, a lot of people writing the organization telling the president and these men that what they're doing it wrong. And these men and every day pride, they just do not want to recant and to give up that. They just try to prove a point. So you see, let's go back into Exodus here, right? We go back into Exodus. We're looking at verse 16 now. What verse 16 say? What the command in verse 16? Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, right? But here what the organization doing? But their lawsuits are based on that falsehood that they alone own the phrase Seventh-day Adventists. When an earlier federal court declared that they had no right to take it from themselves, to take it to themselves. And you know what it's showing there? Somebody independent groups, you know, they literally win the case. The judge ruled in their favor, and they show the term as a generic term. Anybody can use the name because the name precedes the date from incorporation. And the magistrate literally finish the case, show that these people are them, they're right. You know the organization overlooked that and still going behind people. They wickedness. They real wickedness, everything. And you see what going on is, they wouldn't come out and tell people among millions of dollars they lost. Among millions of dollars they invest in stocks and in trade and they lost. And Paul Kimball, Paul Kimball had share in a boat that used to catch shrimps. A fishing boat. He had share in a big ship that used to go out in the ocean and catch shrimps. And all these things, you understand? That's to show you how wickedness, the wicked king and them, Them is classified as the wicked king and them they taking down Israel. They taking down Israel. You understand, brother? So what we up against is, you see what they threaten the independent groups? They just tell it, the independent groups say like, when we will go up against this organization, 20 million people like it. Some people say that, but that's too much. They're back out. What they have on their side, they have all this holy lawyers and the court system and all this type of thing. Yeah, Jewish lawyers and Catholic lawyers and so on. That mocking, behind closed doors, they mocking them and saying, what are them fools? You understand? So you see, this is the state that we have arrived at. And the next text in Exodus 20 verse 17, verse 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's, right? Here what organization doing. But they have been vandalizing small churches by removing their signs, moving in and breaking down people's signs and things and threatening them. The General Conference is determined to take control of the name Seventh-day Adventist. It appears that they will go to any length and practice any legal deception needed to obtain that control. They just want to control. And you know what is causing that, brother?
So while they are charging people
Right.
for using a name that they put claims on wrongfully,
Right, trademark here.
trademark, when you really examine the name, the origin, you will see they are the one who's, while they are taking the name, is not rightly representing the meaning of
Right. They're not professing what the name stands for.
it. Because the seventh day, where did that originate?
Yeah?
That's from creation. So they've taken something that is original from creation and it has a spiritual meaning to the name that one has to live. They're not living the meaning, but they want to hold on to the meaning.
Yeah, they just want up front. That's why churches just want up front because just imagine all these pioneers that come back on the scene. You know, just imagine Ellen G. White and all these people come back on the scene. You think Ellen G. White will go there to worship? She might come there to worship. You think she'll come in and sit right there? Right? So you see, I just want to make some quotation from this book where I quoted from last week here, right? But before we go there, let's take a text in the book of Acts here, right? Acts chapter 5. Let's see what Acts saying here, right? Acts chapter 5. Look at Acts chapter 5 from verse 34, right?
You know, one scripture came to mind in 1 John chapter 4 verse 19 to 21 came to my mind as I considered the unlawful deeds of the Adventist Church, right?
Right.
Because they claiming that they love God. But look at what it says. 1 John chapter 4 verses 19 to 21 it says, sorry, from 20 and 21, it says, if a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen? And they are hating their brother by trying to seek to take away an identity that they themselves did not give. Right? That they put false claims and trademarks over. Right? We are told, and this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God loveth his brother also. So clearly they are not children of God, but they are children of the devil, because they do not love their brother whom they have seen, so they cannot love God whom they cannot see.
Yes.
So it's a rebuke to them.
Plain and simple.
Just imagine, right? Just imagine, you know, like when you enter into the kingdom, right? Everything passes, everything happens on earth. You enter into the kingdom, right? There are big sign up by the entry there, you know it, Mark? This is only for revival and reformation.
It's a rebuke to them.
I don't think them will be going in there over there. You understand? I think I did give this parable last time, right? The young guy and the old the king, right? The guy was like what is called them? A yard boy. King in the yard, see body house, see body animal. And this king was so luxurious, he lived an happy life, right? So when they died now, and they receiving their rewards, right? You know Christ say, I want to prepare a mansion for you in heaven. When they call the yard boy, you receive mansion, you see that big mansion. So the king said, wait now, he was going to the yard boy and he get that. He says, when I come home again, I looking out for what I go get, right? So when he reach up there now, when he reach up for you, what am I do so? Alright, Mr. King, you was like faithful in little things, you get us move across it. So he say, room? He said, well, man was my yard, but I said, what am I in there? So the answer was, when he was only, he was sending up material to build. He wasn't sending up material to build up here. You understand? Like same thing with confront, but they're not sending up material up here to build. They want to be one. That'll be happening there, right? Now I just want to make a few, based upon time, let me see how far I can present some things on this, right?
Brother Samson, you know, it really shows how these people, they go far away from the real issues.
Right.
Because the issues we will have with people out there is with doctrine. That we will look to help correct them and help them see the truth. You could call yourself whatever. You don't have the doctrine of Christ, you don't have God.
Right.
So the issue is really doctrine and not just a name.
There's a issue, you see, like, when somebody here uses Seventh-day Adventist, imagine somebody know you uses Seventh-day Adventist, but yet you worship on Sunday. That adding up. Somebody know you uses Seventh-day Adventist, and like, one of my yours, they get like 4. Yeah. Shrimps and shellfish and things. They're adding up, right?
I remember Brother Samson, years ago, when I don't accept the faith, I was on a job site. And this guy and his boy working there, he's a Seventh-day Adventist. I'm not talking, I do my work and things.
Right.
And he see me reading the subscribes at lunchtime. And he come with his tail and he's in. And see he's a Seventh-day Adventist and I say yes. You know, the boy never come and eat lunch with me again. Never.
Yeah.
You understand? So sure, you know, they're really out there and all they have is a that's all they have.
Yes, I did. We did the text from the book of Acts, Acts chapter 5, right? From verse 34, right? Acts chapter 5 from verse 34, everybody have it there, right? Let's see what it's saying here, right? Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, having reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space, and said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourself, what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Tedious, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught. After this man rose up, Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him, he also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this comfort or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it. Lest happily ye be found even to be fighting against God. Are we taking root, brethren? They're coming at us, you know. Remember the onslaught that has come, the persecution that has come upon the church, the Sunday law crisis and so on. Now is the time to make sure you're penetrating root, brethren. Now is not the time to be lulling it off and living up 1 hour and you're drunk next hour, you're falling back in your shortcomings and you know, like, during the course of the week, they're drinking in all these things from the television, all that perversion and immorality and so on. Now is not the time for that, brethren. Now is the time to be grounded and rooted in faith. Now is the time to really live the message. Remember, we have been receiving the message all these years. Now is the time to be girded and living it. You know why? And the brother show. Look at more earthquake hitting the earth right up in California there a couple of weeks ago. It started off in the desert area there and it hit all California and so on. And you see, Caribbean here is not exempt in everything. So you see, everything is being upheld right now on the earth by the mercies of God. God is not willing that any should perish. So you know what it is to be in the household of faith and you perish by it? That wouldn't be a good thing, not a good thing. It's a solemn, serious, it's a sad, sad thing. So this serious thing we're looking at everything. So you remember what Gamaliel told the people here? He told them, he said what? Well, they're fighting these men and them. But if this thing is of God, we're fighting God. You understand? And you remember last week we saw that with Pharaoh Necho and Nebuchadnezzar the Babylonian, and who these men and them was the council of Israel. But they received the counsel of God to give the Israelites. Right? So they're showing, so let me just take a quotation from here, right?
Brother Samson.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you look at the next verse, you will see the Pontius Pilate attitude being displayed by them. Right? So Gamaliel is telling them in verse 39, he said, but if it be of God, you cannot overthrow it. Less happily ye be found even to fight against God.
Right.
And verse 40 tells us, and to him they agreed.
Right.
So they agreed.
They agreed to the council.
But then one will expect them to let the apostles let them go. Let them go. Because they agreed to what man is disobedient. It says there, and to him they agreed.
Right.
And when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Jesus and let them go. That is the Pontius Pilate attitude.
Yeah.
Pontius Pilate is the man who said, I find no fault in this man, but take him and crucify him.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's the same spirit that went on into these people here. No fault, they can't find. Some of them actually saying, boy, you can't win enthusiasm in our Bible discussion.
Right.
They'll be saying that. Jottin says that.
Yeah.
Jottin said that probably. He said, enthusiasm and them is people who study the Bible, you can't win them. Well, good gracious, if you cannot win us, then join us.
That's it. They don't want the Bible.
So here they're saying they agree with Gamaliel, but they be the apostles and they forbidden them to speak in the name of Jesus.
You see, when the president and all these top rankers and them, whoever they is up there, whoever position they have, you know what they're supposed to be saying, Patrick? They're supposed to be saying, you see these independents and them lead them, these people and them living up the truth. You see, we so independent. hypocrite. We stay where we is. You're supposed to really admit that. You understand? Because what it is they're fighting. And remember, if God lift up this movement, who can put it down? Who can put it down? Whatever they try, you think government can put down this? You think all them arms, America boasting and China boasting with their television to put down this?
More people will come. Let's have a little testimony, right?
Yeah.
Much more. But when they go on, a lot of people from different nations over the world pay a visit to the White House in America.
Okay.
These people is people who were suffering religious persecution for their faith around the world.
Right.
From China, from Burma, from India, from Pakistan, from Cuba. And they went, now we have this pastor in America. He's the chairman of some worldwide organization that's dealing for religious freedom.
Right.
So he went to the case to Donald Trump. And to Donald Trump, I said, brother, and but you know, when I look at it, you know what really get me? You know what amazed me? A lot of these people who were there in the White House, one of our very own had met with them before. That meant something to me. It showed me international connection. Sister Lisa met with them. I was so surprised. Most of those women there, I met with them and she gave them a profile of them and so on. Some of them had the left leaning and so on. You know, so I just showed, look at how this thing is. Look, we here quite in Trinidad. And one of our own had met with the same personnel who met with the President of America on the issue of religious freedom. It says something. It is saying something.
We got things ahead.
That's right. And when you hear, look at the brother on the thing here. When you hear Donald Trump speak, it's as if the man listening to our program here. The man language is Tuesday language. Yes, it's the same thing that religious freedom did not come from government, it comes from God. It's like that Tuesday phrase. Like if the man will be enjoying our studies here. Yes, of course.
You see what they showing there, because you remember when Obama was president? You know, people still literally say, look, Obama in the Bible, Barack. They say, look, Barack in the Bible. I say, you only see Barack in the Bible. I say, what next to Barack and see who see. We didn't, Hebrews 11:32. Let's read it.
That's the one little addition.
Yeah.
The second person who spoke to him from among the group was a woman from China. And you know what she was telling the president? She was telling him how her husband was incarcerated. He spent a lot of years in prison and he died. And she's asking for the president to help because the government in China will be harvesting organs from the prisoners.
Prisoners and
And that is something that was spoken here that's about 2 weeks ago. So God just showed us, put a stamp on it to ratify what we are saying here, because look, the woman carried the complaint to the president. China is harvesting the organ who's in prison.
So what Trump should do is like Pakistan. You're prosecuting Christians, but you get one America, no dealing with America. The other hand, to straighten up these areas. China, you're persecuting Christian, we will deal with you. Cuba, whatever, whoever persecuting Christian. So you see, these kind of men that the world want now. The world already want them transgender and them. The world already want feminine man. The world want man, real man. Understand? So when the fellow was trying to read Hebrews 11:32, right? Look what Hebrews 11:32 showing here. And what shall I more say, for the time will fail me to tell of Gideon and of Barak and of who? So when I tell you, for I say you only see Barak, you will see Musa next to Barak. Remember, Brother Modena was showing last week, like children supposed to be attracted to the spirit. I remember that time I went to Canada by some relative, right? The little guy come with a sketch pad, Father draw something for you. So when I draw that there, where all the little children go and everybody get paid and they line up, some of them come and they're leaning up on me and thing. And say they're waiting the third for the draw for them, right? You know what I like to do over the floor saying, a woman, right? Sam, all them children and them attracted to you, like, yeah, can I forward or something? She tried to degrade me, right? But at the same time in front of everybody, I said, no, I'm not forward. The first time they seen a real man. Her face go on in she shut up. They try to ridicule you, press it on the other, hit them back by them. It's not time for games, you know. Hear what it's saying here, right? This is on page 140, 141 here, right? Say, the General Conference trademark on this name is a denial of our free speech and rights. Remember in Congress, the Bill of Rights, the First Amendment show Congress shall not make a law establishing religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. So you see, when it comes to religious matter, government can't come in there with it. Government can't come in there. So all these lawsuits and so on, they go into government, either denial of people's freedom of rights and expressions and so on. It started on deception, and it's working on deception there, right? They will say here, right? Here are the requirements with the Chief Trademark Attorney for the General Conference, Vince Ramek, stipulated in his letter to those using the name. Here what he put in the letter, right? This is what believers must agree to in order that the lawsuit against them will be dropped. Here we're telling them, they have to agree to these principles here. 1. Cease all use of Seventh-day Adventists and or the acronym SDA. Tell them cease some using that, right?
So, they take it away from the alphabet, no?
Yeah. It is dismantling the alphabet. Number 2. Cease all use of Seventh-day Adventists and or SDA in conjunction with your advertising, your telephone directory, your letterhead, and any of all other business and ministerial activities presently performed directly by you or on your behalf, utilizing either or both aforesaid churches, trademark and service mark and otherwise. Then it went on and say, avoid all usage of Seventh-day Adventists and or SDA likely to be confused with these marks assumed by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and it went on. So you see, brethren, the bill of case, but the case really is not established upon solid ground. So we know they're coming for us, right? They coming, I wouldn't say they're coming for us, they coming at us. So when they come, we had to put up that front there to face them when they come head on. Yeah. We had to brace yourself, they come in and don't become timid and say, no, let it come. Bring them in, roll them in. You understand? Because you remember, like when I was in school already, right? It had this professor here telling this guy, oh, I see you going to Egypt. I see you going in South America. And he telling everybody where they're going. So I say, Professor, where are you going? Yeah. I see nothing for you. He say, yes, see nothing for me. So I say, I go where you going now? I go in Capital Hill, I go in Congress. And I call in the house, the 2 houses together, the representative and the Senate, calling them in there, Mr. President, I will be addressing that. So you see, well, Ellen G. White said in her statement, stars. You know what Ray just said? The water, you know, like when the water rises, it is reaching the White House now. Right? They want like the highest office in the land. So you see, the influence, he keep going back to himself and over there. You know, this church was up and ripping with holiness. Will that be different? You know, some of us right here in the church keep going back to church. way that we do in the course of the week? You know what somebody come and point in your face and say, you do that, you do that. You know why you do that? You can hide from the Holy Spirit, you can hide from God. You can hide from me and the other brethren, but you can't hide from the unseen. And what? Other than the unseen, the angel taking record of it. And everything is being recorded. So remember, you're professing the name Adventist, you're professing to accept Christ. So you see, there's so much thing I don't even know how to go on further than because I said I'm mumble jumble thing with these people. So many instances, the court rule in favor of the independent groups, and they're still going forward with these things. But I just want to highlight something from this book here, right? Time moving on here, right? So let's see what we can get here, right? But 1958, our early contact with the National Council of Churches, right, with Adventism War, 1958, right? And then it went on. In 1960, they demanded for PhDs for our religious teachers. You're in the field of teaching religion and so on, you gotta get a PhD. They were telling you, you know.
Then you have to go to their school and pay money to get it.
Yeah, and most of, you see Andrews wedding, one of the University of Michigan, Adventist, right? You know in Andrews right now, they sell alcohol on campus. Just imagine that, beers and so on. And they opening up the doors to sodomites and so on coming in these areas. So you see, the organization, brethren, don't look for anything from that organization. You will be greatly disappointed. The time will come, it will take you 5 years, 10 years, you will be disappointed. If you're telling yourself you're propping and you're looking for something in that organization, it's not coming, it's not here with it. So what? If from 1888, right? If the message, the 1888 message that came to the church was supposed to embrace this message, right? The message was instructed to hold the church together and move forward, right? But they rejected the message. And if they rejected that message from 1888, what year were you, brother? 1988, 100 years. And where are they, right? The Israelites and them was one night for 40 years. We do more than 240 ways. So you see, like, what will be the end result of that organization, brother? Sorry to say, but you will be lost. You know, you have to face reality check here, you know? Because these people, they're not on the Bible. They're not on the Bible. And the thing is, as I showed last time, right? They build their empire on Ellen G. White. And today, we come and they're trampling on Ellen G. White and saying, trying to discredit Ellen G. White and they can't go into the spirit of prophecy writings and so on. And if we should try to dissect and take away, separate Ellen G. White from Adventism, brethren, we are. We could try that. We could try to take away Ellen G. White from the whole historical foundation from Adventism. What we have, brethren? We have all kind of distortion and mangled concept and doctrines and all type of thing. And why people cannot just acknowledge that this woman who inspired, this is inspiration here. We're so hard in that. And you know what led me to Adventist message, brethren? Neighbor where I grew up in Kelly there, right? Neighbor over the road, them was Adventist, and I read The Great Controversy, one of the hardback, them old-time edition, 1911 edition. I read that book. And you know what chapter will really move me? Chapter 35. We talk about the character and aim of the papacy. The time when Ellen G. White were writing that, and what is happening now, that writer have to be The way how she put it across the direction of America we go in. And right now in America, look right in New York, when you go in them highways and so on, you see big sign, St. Francis, St. Jude University and so on. They're taking all Protestant children in the colleges. And she talk about that. She talk about Protestant going in this Catholic institution and these things come to pass. And she talk about the setting up of the image of the beast, how she presented it, wedding. When I read that thing, so I couldn't sleep. When I say I couldn't sleep, it's like, you know, it's like they quicken you. And today you come and you telling me something wrong with LNG right then. You know what the Bible show? The veteran man was never even born. Cast a millstone around in it and cast him in the sea. And this is the direction these men and them is going in over it. And they literally trampling upon sacred things.
Most people come to that conclusion, go really read it and study.
That is exactly so. When a pastor say something wrong with the spirit of prophecy writing and so on, that pastor is illiterate. So it just say well, he's illiterate. But you cannot write in. What? The Conflict of the Ages series, that's something in itself to be studied, but in the great controversy, Desire of Ages, Patriarchs and Prophet and Kings, Acts of the Apostles. When you're reading Steps of Christ, when you're reading these books, right? What these books do to you? To encourage you and strengthen you in your meditation and so on. So you see when a man come up on the scene and say, something wrong with that, right? No, something wrong with that man. The problem is in the man, you know. You know the problem is not with God. The problem is not with the Bible. The problem lies with us. The problem is you and me, nobody. So you see, what we need to understand here, buddy, each Sabbath that goes by, you're going to see one step closer, buddy. You're going to see yourself accomplishing much in your spirituality. Remember when they talk about being here for perfect people thinking to perfect this flesh? Who can perfect the flesh? You can perfect the flesh. So when you accept Christ and they become converted, when God talk about perfection, is the spiritual man perfected in you. And that is what God requires of each one of us. So therefore, each one of us could seek for perfection, brother. Didn't the scripture talk about that? Be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. What is scripture talking about? What it was talking about? So you see, I heard somebody say sin-freeness. But sin-freeness, remember, if you're practicing sin-freeness during the course of the week, you live in carnal. You live in your own self. And when Sabbath comes, you wash up and then you go back on the Sabbath walking straight. No, it doesn't work like that. It cannot work like that. And this is the experience you'll have up and down experience. Is that natural law already? Could this be a natural law to give you an experience? Can I experience you have? 1 minute you're very spirit and next minute you don't really go to hell. Every week, every month you're moving like that. No, God wants you all from that. Amen. God what? The message that used to come to the kings in ancient Israel was to repent and to come out from that. So in order to face, you know this thing coming, everything? It's coming. So all you need to do is, no matter how it's coming at you, make sure you're living right. When I say make sure you're living right, make sure you're grounded and you're rooted. So when you hear that thing hitting, you know, and you know who coming at us? Family coming at us. The brethren for me, the organization out there, these people will be targeting us. And those closest to you will be your enemy. You understand? So this is what we need to understand here. So make sure as we go along based upon time, I've got to wrap up here just now, that you got to know the issues, buddy. You got to know where you're up against it. So instead of you investing your money and you're buying whatever you find yourself buying, buy some resources that will equip you. You don't have a concordance, you don't have a proper Bible, invest in that. Get some more spread of prophecy books and so on. Get something and telling yourself like, during the week when you're by yourself, you're falling back into your sin. No, reach out to a brethren and go buy some brethren. Get out from that, run away from that and try to walk with that. If you find anytime you're by yourself and you're falling back into yourself, no, reach out. You got brethren here for that. You reach out, you call somebody and you move out from the house. And if you find in that house you have any problem, you gotta work on that, brother. You gotta work to deal with that. Because that's how the undermining taking place, you know. And we know, just imagine the disciple with Jesus, right? Christ knew exactly who Judas was. He knew everything about Judas, but yet again, he didn't repulse Judas and shut him away. And Christ went all the way to the end crisis with Judas.
What you're saying, Judas was a member of the church?
Yeah. Judas was a member. And you were the treasurer, right? Remember Judas was the treasurer? So you see, what we need to understand is the religious crisis that is upon common brethren, like prophecy, you know. Remember, the heavens shall fall and the earth shall be cast into the sea, the land, right? But the sure God's word will come to pass. And it will come to pass. Because a question that was posed by me, many people have asked this question, you really think the Muslim are then taking over the world, brother? I say, we get a question from Muslim taking over the world. I say, look, when I check Wall Street, no Muslim are controlling Wall Street. No Muslim are controlling Hollywood. You understand? And all this banking, Goldman Sachs and Berkeley and all them different financial institutions, no Muslim are running these things. No Muslim taking over the world. You understand? Let that plot by Satan. Remember Revelation chapter 9, what Revelation chapter 9 is about? Revelation chapter 9 deal with Islam, but was Islam supposed to rise again? Was prophecy ready? So we need to know what time and where we are in earth history, everything. So we just take let's turn to the book of Ezekiel here, right? Ezekiel chapter 18. We read it from verse 26. Ezekiel chapter 18 from verse 26, right? Everybody found it? Ezekiel chapter 18 from verse 26, right? Hear what it says here, right? When a righteous man turneth away from his righteousness and committed iniquity and died in them, for his iniquity that he had done shall he die. Again, when the wicked man turneth away from his wickedness that he had committed and doing that which is lawful and right, he shall save his soul alive. Because he considereth and turneth away from all his transgression that he had committed, he shall surely live, he shall not die. So you see where the hope of the wicked is, brother? The hope of the wicked and the hope of the organization. I'm appealing to whoever it is in the organization listening to this. Need to repent, to come out from that lukewarm condition. Coming out from that lukewarm condition, by God's grace, you know you cannot stay where you is. You have to depart. So God has always called for separation, brethren. Whenever a message comes, the message has always called for separation. And what I said, he that loveth father, mother, and all these things, mother be not worthy of me. So you will be so in tune with that organization, and you never care for you. The Adventist health system out there, right? The CEO and the baby minimum money, these men working for the year already. So when they work like for $500,000 for it. You understand? $100, you think they want spirituality by it? And in my hospital, they sell out the reward. You know what? How much are they? Why you think Review and Herald and Pacific Press, all I am doing bankrupt? You know why? They're channeling the money and the funds of the organization in different directions, to different things. Administration is responsible for that. Yet, sick.
Well, just about the Review and Herald Publishing Association closed down a few years ago.
Right, so you hear that? It closed down. So a lot of things is in operation, but there are so many things issues where they open up the door to homosexuality, they open up the door to alcohol, they open up the door to these students in the Adventist colleges and so on, like they acting drama, they prepare them to go into Hollywood and all these kind of foolishness. Like, what is people really on? You understand? And at the same time, you're coming at the righteous are seeking to uphold the truth and stand that, you're coming at them. So there's something wrong, but we pray to God that God will put them down, brother. Because that come like an unnecessary burden if they come at us to go through that. You know, litigation to file, if they take it to that's something that Satan there, like Satan come to this strong situation here, you understand? Because that's how they're working, and we had to come as a unit, we had to come as a unit, everything, and we pray not to be going as a unit. We had to be praying for one another, we had to be like, you know, care for your brethren, look out for your brethren. Don't look out for the heathen over there. You know we want from the heathen and our brethren. Care for your brethren because you know where you'll be ending up with your brethren. So let's stand up and we'll seek to close off here this session. Based upon time. What book? Oh, these two books here? These two books here again, these two books from Harvest Time, harvesttime.com, right? This is the trademark lawsuit. Yeah, he did a whole compilation, a brief history from 1981 to present day 2017. And the other one, Adventist history. It's showing over 100 key events which have made our church what it is today, Tom Hill. Van Farrell, yeah. You hotel Van Farrell? Yeah. I literally took them money for it. Well, gone down in age now. Yeah. So, well, okay. So you also looking in the website, but if somebody book is not on their website, you have to call them because they have it, they still have it, but it might be up on the website because they always coming out with new series and new books and so on. So they take down based on the pages on the website there, right?
Yeah, bro. What you have to do this type of post our books on your internet sometime I can see it, we have to keep on digging, and eventually pick it up there and see it.
Right, for those who are interested, I'll give you two websites here you have to take down, right? And if it's a website, I give you a website there, right? Going into this website, you can put in your ISBN number, you put the title of the book, or you put the author name. This website will direct you to all the other online website that's selling this product, right? So take this website here, right? Everybody see here, right? Right here, lowercase letter and write the letter and they use a lowercase letter, right? And the letter 4, the number 4, the letter U, right? See this website here, right? You tap in this website. This website website will take you to all the online websites that selling literature online. All over the world. Find that, yes. Is that correct? Find that, yes. Oh yeah, sorry. Have an hour here, right? My mistake. Okay. And next one, if you look at here, also is this one. This is A, right? A, B books, right? And of course we have Amazon, right? Right, but this website here is directed to AB Books, Amazon, and all other online websites that sell all over the world. In the UK, Australia, you can get places all in Palestine, Czech, all over the world. You see for yourself, right? So we could just stand here at this moment here, as we are about to wrap up here. So just bear in mind, brethren, as we are about to depart, we had a wonderful Sabbath experience. And know for sure that you'll be facing back your regular routine in your home. You'll be facing a regular routine with your family, everyday life. Next week, you're all those moving out there, meeting up with your colleague and so on. But just keep uppermost in your mind what you have been experiencing today, brethren. Don't lose the experience. Tomorrow will not be the Sabbath day, but try to retain the Sabbath experience during the course of the week. As I've mentioned, everybody know themselves. They know what is your situation. Reach out, brethren. Reach out to our brother. Reach out to our sister. Reach out to the brethren. Don't try to fall back in your former way and get discouraged with your own self. Those who fighting up with whatever is the situation, you know what the situation, brethren. You know exactly the state of your heart. And God is appealing that the church needs to go forward. We do not want to be an Achan in the camp. We do not want to back the movement, brethren. The church is about to blossom, and we are about to hit out and further reaches on the earth, brethren. So we are appealing to the brethren to seek for the sanctified way of life this week here, brethren. You can seek for it because the amalgamation of truth you have been receiving here, apply the truth to your life, brethren. Apply the truth. Don't let the immorality take it down. Don't let the perversion on the television take it down. If you know there's a problem, shut off that. If you know there's a problem, work on that. Because that will be a hindrance and that will bring you down. And you know when you fall, you're literally creating a stumbling block in the way of the ministry, brethren. So we're looking for a higher ground experience. We're looking for brethren to come up to the help of the Lord. Because this is real serious time. And what we've been looking at here with the organization, brethren, this is not a joking matter with these men and them. They come in, you know. But we just have to be braced and make sure that you know your doctrine, you know your position. So instead of you wasting your time doing whatever you're doing, contemplate, go over back upon your systematic theology, go over back the doctrinal history, go over back the prophecies and so on, brethren. Plead with God to ask Him to open your mind and to show you. Because this is real serious. You see, look, right here in Trinidad, what is happening in Trinidad? It's dangerous times. Like evil having a heyday, open season with it. So we need to really stay shut in our chambers and to plead with God. God will give you the victory, brethren. You had a desire the victory to gain the victory, you know. And if you're not desiring that victory, you'll never gain the victory. So by God's grace, as we contemplate, as we are about to depart, let us focus. Let us hold on to all the truth that has passed here this day. Go over these things in your heart, and let's have a successful week, right, brethren? So let's go ahead for a word of prayer. Eternal righteous Father, we truly thank Thee, O Lord, for our spared life. And we thank thee, O Lord, for the mercy, and we thank thee, O Lord, for Jesus Christ. We pray, O Lord, the truth that has transpired here this day, throughout the day, O Lord, that we may look to these truths and apply these truths in our lives. Help us to know, O Lord, that you are the Creator and you are the Savior. You are the one that is to deliver all of us from our sins. So help us, O Lord, as we work towards the betterment. Give us the appetite, the encouragement. Give us spiritual appetite to seek after you and to seek after holy things. As we are about to dismiss and to depart from this household here, O Lord, we ask for your protection, your guiding mercy to attend each member that is present here, O Lord. Protect them in a way that they may reach home safely. And no matter what the situation that every individual here is facing, we pray, O Lord, that you will sustain each heart and you will provide the necessities that we will be placed in a position to gain the victory over the obstacle that is placed in front of us. So as we are about to depart, we give thee honor, we give thee thanks, and we give you the praise, O Lord. For we ask all these mercy through the same, through Christ our Lord, I pray with much thanksgiving. Amen.